Thank you for joining me tonight on APS 10 o'clock news, not to be confused with CBS 10 o'clock news. My name is Elisa Perez reporting, and tonight I'll be highlighting another corporate scandal that has affected up to millions of people. Wells Fargo employees created up to 2 million fake accounts without customers' knowledge in order to try to reach sales quotas and achieve bonuses offered by the company. The accounts included bank accounts, credit card accounts, email accounts, and online banking accounts. The employees blamed it on the pressure created by the unrealistic sales goals that they were expected to meet, given by their management superiors. Many of these unauthorized accounts led to late fees, overcharge fees, and even negatively affected customers' credit scores. In an effort to make right of such a situation, Wells Fargo fired over 5,000 employees and management that were involved in such allegations and 4 senior managers. Apparently, these unauthorized accounts have been created since 2011. Federal banking regulators said that the practices, which date back to 2011, reflected serious flaws in the internal culture and oversight at Wells Fargo, one of the nation's largest banks. Why did it take so long for anyone to notice? One of the 4 senior management fired was Claudia Russ Anderson, former chief risk officer in charge of overseeing the division that created millions of the accounts. It is more than an employee problem, it is a management problem. You're telling me that there were 2 million fraud accounts created and management did not notice? The dismissal of management proves that there is an ethics problem throughout the company. Only accountable management striving for integrity through ethical practices and decision making will guarantee ethical organizational behavior. Wells Fargo management was expected to be accountable of the actions of their employees and promote ethical practices in order to be considered for bonuses. However, their strategic plan focused more on the end result of achieving numbers and not how the numbers were met. The key to being strategic is not the elegance of the plan, but the willingness to follow through on implementing the plan, monitoring progress, and adjusting as needed, which is the last stage in a strategic plan. For the senior management that was fired, who was to oversee the division, she obviously did a poor job monitoring the new sales quotas employees were expected to meet. It is important when laying out a strategic plan that when introducing new policies, you answer questions and encourage employee feedback. If management would have realized the pressure created from the quotas and how employees feared that they would lose their jobs on meeting them, maybe they could have adjusted the plan where needed. Organizations, as well as individuals, have an obligation to act ethically, and the penalties for unethical behaviors can be severe and unpredictable. The penalties Wells Fargo had to face cost them $185 million in civil penalties and an additional $5 million in remediation for the affected bank customers. Not only did they face financial penalties, but the failure of the strategic plan being properly laid out not only caused them to be publicly humiliated, it also caused them to lose trust among their customers, and they took a huge hit to their reputation and pockets. Ethics played a huge part in strategic planning, from stage 1, developing a mission, vision, and core values, all the way through stage 5, as you monitor the strategy and make adjustments. Wells Fargo has been an extremely successful bank, with a very large customer base throughout the nation. However, this ethical scandal will forever tarnish its reputation and trust it has spent years establishing within its community. The company spent 5 years turning a blind eye to the unethical actions of their employees and management in order to reach numbers. Maybe they found it acceptable at the time because their culture within the company began to crumble. Now they have been forced to readjust their strategic plan from another angle and begin taking the necessary steps in order to build what has been broken. We can only see where they go from here. Thank you and have a great night. Tuning out with Elisa Perez, this concludes APS 10 o'clock news segment. Thank you.